Hi guys, how are you doing? A very, very big shout out to you all today. If you're watching on TikTok, I'm looking for, shall I do sports cars today too? 5 sports cars. 5 sports cars. Let's make it a bit special. 5 sports cars on TikTok. Why is it not loading? I typed in the sports cars, but it's not loading. Confirm. Oh, it's giving me the wrong one. It's telling me 5 money guns. No, I'm not talking about money guns today. Uh, 5 sports cars. Let's see if I can make this happen. How are you doing if you're watching on Instagram? I'm a bit tired, so I'll not be able to stay on too long. So we'll just manage and do whatever it is we can do this night. Reset your goal. Now, if you're watching on TikTok, remember my top gifters. So Biola said this is the kind of topic John will like. Uh-huh. Let's have this conversation and be honest. I actually picked it up while I was chatting with B Lord earlier on. Somebody asked that question when B Lord was talking about owning mansions in Abuja and Lagos. Somebody was chatting. He also spoke about endorsements. So there was a lady talking about, or somebody talking in the comment section. I remember the comment saying, "How come actresses have all these mansions and actors don't?" So I said we should talk about it. Maybe you guys, someone said just bring in John. I see John for CMC page. Hey, wetin dem say John do again this time? Make una dey leave John o. Eh? Make una leave John. Make una manage and leave John. Someone says, I need your assistance. As long as the assistance you're looking for is money, you are not going to get it. Don't just bother yourself. Go and look for it somewhere else. You don't know me from anywhere. The next thing you need assistance. It's not only assistance you need. You need assistant, go. PA, personal assistant. I will get for you. Don't worry. I'll get you a personal assistant. John, go talk to make you no marry single women. But to be honest, it's his opinion. I don't support it. Single mothers. Someone said, John, don't collect dragging for 3 straight days. To be honest, personally, I don't have a problem with single mothers or divorcees or nah, I don't have a problem with that. And I don't think they should be made victims. Someone says, show me your new car. It's on TikTok. They are buying it for me. They are buying it on TikTok. You need to see this full video he did. CMC say, John, no hold 1 naira. Now, wow. Anyway, make una leave John. Like I said, personally, I don't share his opinion regarding single women and divorcees. But I still think he's entitled to an opinion. You understand? I personally still think he's entitled to an opinion. I think everyone's entitled to an opinion. That's democracy. Of course, as they see me so, I be divorcee and I marry divorcee. So I cannot tell you not to marry a divorcee. That would be hypocrisy. And single mothers too. I have so many single mothers. Samaria, Ebire, these are my followers, and we're looking for husbands for all of them. We're looking for husbands for all of them. So it would be unfair of me to say nobody will marry them. So, okay, so if I have a congregation of unmarried women, am I going to marry all of them? You understand? So let's talk about that. On the one side, uh, there's nothing wrong with you marrying a single mother or a divorcee. Nothing wrong with it at all. But still, at the end of the day, John always has a funny opinion, but it's his opinion. I don't see why people should troll him uh, for it. It's his opinion, and he has the right to an opinion. My top gifters on TikTok. If you're my top gifter on TikTok, I'm gonna give you a very, very special shout out, and I'll really appreciate your support for me. Someone said John said he doesn't have the maturity to deal with a single mother. So it's subjective. It's his opinion. To be honest, dealing with a woman with that has a baby daddy is not easy, because sometimes these people who you had children for can be very vindictive, and they can stress your relationship. But guess what? The same way having a wicked uh, mother-in-law can stress your relationship, or a wicked father-in-law. So when you're going into a relationship, many people believe that, oh, when we go into a relationship, hey, House of Gold got me a money gun, thank you so much. House of Gold is my number one gifter right now. Big shout out to House of Gold. So what I'm trying to say is, um, in relationships, you can have a good wife and horrible in-laws, as in in-laws from hell. You can have a good wife and she has a child for somebody else, or she's in a bitter divorce, and not everybody can deal with it. But my thoughts are, if you are lucky with the wife and lucky with the in-laws, then you can handle a baby daddy. Some baby fathers are cool. They understand that you are their ex's new husband or their ex's new boyfriend, and they accord you your respect, and then you give it back to them, and that way there's mutual understanding, and everything is fine. It's all maturity. Because sometimes, yeah, a wise man knows that his ex is married again, and he's wise enough to understand that your kids, or his blood kids, are going to be stepchildren to the person his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend who had a child for him is married to. And when that now happens, um, it takes maturity to understand that when they are in, typical Nigerian man, you will be dragging father. They don't drag father. Do you understand? They know they drag father. I'm your father. He's not your father. I'm your father. That's the height of stupidity. You think that if my ex remarries, I'm going to be dragging father with my kids. No. I'm not going to follow you drag papa. You understand? If you live in somebody's house, the person is your father. Whether it's me or anybody else, is your father. As long as your mother's husband, person will they climb your mama every night. Now your papa now. Ah. Person wey they climb your mama, they do they give them different angles. Think now. First know they give your mama different. You don't turn your papa now. Your mama come manage born for him. You don't turn your papa, now your father. Leave him. So, or don't you guys disagree? Or don't you guys agree? So I understand where John is coming from to an extent, because it can be very toxic. Being in a relationship with a single mother is very toxic. Especially when they have an ex who is toxic. Trust me. John, they call your name since, so you can't defend yourself, because I see you they trend everywhere. So, like I was saying about you before you joined, making no be say they talk for your back. Personally, I don't believe there's anything wrong in marrying a single mother or a divorcee. There's nothing wrong with it. However, there can be toxic exes. There can be toxic exes, and that can be a problem. But you can have a good ex and a toxic mother-in-law. You can have a good ex who doesn't care. You understand? Who's not going to fight with you. Ain't no say, okay, you know, some men leave a relationship knowing there's nothing in that relationship for them, and they move on. Some men don't move on from relationships, and that's the problem. Like me, I was married before. Marriage no work. We move. If I'm angry with my ex, I'm angry with things she's done to me. I can't be angry that she remarries or she's in a relationship. What's my business? That's not my forte. That's not my territory. I can be angry with what she did to me in the past. But I cannot be angry with her for moving on. That moving on, if I'm angry with her that she moved on, that means I have not moved on. Anybody where they drag matter with woman or man where they don't leave or we don't leave them, it means you are still in that relationship, you never come out. Especially when the matter be say you they jealous of who they want marry, or you they jealous of who they follow. Now so your own life bad. Now so your own life bad. So when you are in a relationship and you notice that an ex is fighting you, just know that he's a loser or she's a loser. Any ex wasting a drag matter with you for now babanla loser. Waste of space. Any ex where they follow you drag, oh, these my children, oh, my children, this, my children. It is only a complete idiot, as in a first class fool. And Alan Wakpolo, somebody who is suffering from a malady of the brain, that will think that the ex, his ex, will not have another relationship or another marriage. I think it is you need to be a fool of magnanimous proportions, a complete dingbat, waste of space, for you to think that because you dated this person or you were married to this person and they've left you, they're going to stay married to you forever. Forget it. The Bible did not say that. Even the Bible gives clear allowance for male and female divorce. So, if you cannot accept that they are going to remarry, then you have a problem. Now, once you accept that they remarry, you must know that whoever they marry will have a part of your children's lives. Whoever they marry will have a part of your children's life. Only a complete fool would think otherwise. Who do you want to be dragging children with? Children will not go send you. Children are not, you'll be amazed that children are less attached than you think they are. And let me tell you, I always tell men something. If you don't want your children to be against you, no fight their mama for them. Never take children away from their mother. Never take children away from their mother. I always tell men that, oh, their mother, unless the mother is confirmed, as in they don't carry and go psychiatrist, she know well, or she is a drunk, or she they use, say she they chop substance. That's the only time you have the right to take children from their mother. Their mother get boyfriend, so waiting, what may she do? Weak men will go around saying the mother of their children is not fit to raise them. That's a weak man. A weak man will go and be fighting that battle. A weak, brainless man will be fighting that battle. A strong man knows that, okay, these are my kids. This is my wife. I'll be my ex-wife. Now, one thing I believe in is, if I have no input in my kids' lives, and this is what I tell men, if I have no input in my kids' life, the woman is preventing me from seeing the children, you will not get 1 naira. At yet or more, you will not get 1 naira of my hard-earned money, because my contribution to a child's life is not financial. I'll take that again, because women believe that whatever happens, a man must pay the children's bills. You ain't gonna see 1 naira. That one, any man that does it, I cannot fight you. But as long as you have access to your kids, you should contribute to their upkeep. And here's the thing, if I were in a relationship and I broke up with my ex, I'm not going to give them what I was giving them when they were in my house. Why? Because I'm going to move on. So if I'm giving them everything, imagine I'm earning 500,000 a month and I spend about 300 to 350,000 on my wife and kids, and my wife leaves me, I'm not going to spend 350,000 on her again and then have 150,000 to myself. So if I marry another woman now, me and that woman will be sharing 150. You we don't pack come out, go they collect 350 alone. Is why I don't live abroad. Babanla nonsense. As you pack come out my house, unless na me drive you, tell you say they go. If you decide say you won't leave my house, no problem. You are not getting that 350. Because it now makes no sense, and that's how abroad works. Abroad will still want you to continue getting that 350 without thinking of what happens to the man. Now the man could survive on the 150 because he lived under a roof. That 350 was paying for the roof, school fees, all of the things, and he was part of that family. When the man is no longer part of that family, 150,000 naira out of 500k is never going to be enough for him. God bless you, CMC. Is never going to be enough for him. But women don't think like that. Hey, he was doing it before. You see, that's when you now create unnecessary problems for yourselves. No, let me tell you, if you lived in a house with your wife and kids and you are earning 500,000 a month, trust me, you will spend 350K. You will spend 300. By the time you come out your rent, children's school fees, feeding, you don't even need to add anything extra. Just your rent, school fees, feeding, those three things. You will spend 350K. You will spend 60% of your 60 to 70% of your income on your family. Now, when you end that family with a divorce, a wicked woman will still want that 60% of your income. So guess what? You're now supposed to, as a man, flip it. The 150 that you were saving before, maybe use for yourself or you just use as savings, is what you now give them. Then you now have 350 for your new family, which will not be enough, meaning your new kids will not live on the standard of your old kids. Meaning your new kids will not be able to attend schools. Your other kids, someone say, use your words wisely. Baba, I don't have any employer. Nobody will employ me. So anybody with the vex, you go just vex for nothing. I go tell you the truth. If you be man and you attend my church, that's how I go tell you, say, this is how you run it. Because guess what? I also think of the men. I think of the women. I think of the women. But I don't think only of the women. Sometimes women want to hear only. If Samaria came to meet me now and told me this, I say, Samaria, you have a job. What are you doing? What are you working for? So you be buying lace with your money while somebody is bending over double to take care of you and his new family. Let me tell you something. Nothing they buy man or woman past loneliness in old age. So you expecting your ex to stay single is wickedness. Same thing with a man. You don't want, listen, I've seen people lose their lives because of loneliness in old age, lack of companionship. And I will never advise a woman, when you guys have broken up, you have to tackle finances. But you see, you need to understand that some women are bitter and angry, and they will fight you with children. Some women are bitter and angry, and they will not let you see children. They will tell you, if you don't pay what you were paying, listen, auntie, if I pay what I was paying, I'll not be able to take care of my new family. And my new family deserves to see me in a good light. And if I don't provide basic needs, which include housing, education, and feeding, I will always be a bad father. So you want me to be a bad father to my old kids and a bad father to my new kids? It's not going to happen. You will choose one. Somebody is saying, Kingdom, I speak my heart. I will date broke men. That the freeze is mentioning money that don't exist for normal people. What is 500,000 a month? It's nothing. Literally nothing. You can't live in my estate if you earn 500. Rent in my estate is 7 million naira a year. So if you're earning 500,000 a month, your annual salary is 6 million. You can't rent a house in this estate. You can't, because are you going to, first of all, you can't even pay the rent, let alone the service charge. So that means I will live in this house Come on. It makes no sense. So if I didn't own this house, that means I'll not be able to rent here. That means I'll be moving towards Aja. So when you hear 500,000, it sounds like a lot of money. It's actually nothing. Someone says, my mother is facing exactly loneliness. So women should manage as long as no beating in the marriage. I disagree with that narrative, and I'll tell you why. Emotional damage is worse. You see, you can live with a man and be lonely. Loneliness does not mean alone. There are people who are alone but not lonely. And there are people who are in relationships and are lonely. When you're in a relationship and you do everything by yourself, the man doesn't send you, but you wake up every morning, good morning, you are living in the same house. That's loneliness. So we need to be careful with that. Secondly, we need to understand the needs of a man and a woman. Women, stop giving up your lives to follow children. You will be frustrated. I tell women this all the time. Your children are going to leave you and move the F on. Your children are going to leave you and move the F on. And when they do, you're going to start feeling bad. So don't revolve your entire life around your children. It's bad. John said he wants to clear the air. I'll bring him in towards the end. I'm talking first, then I want us to contribute on the other topic. This is important. Okay? Your mother's mental health. Stop thinking of children alone. Think of your mental health. Someone said the band option is not working. I'm so sorry. If you want to give me any gifts, you have to go to Facebook. Let me show you how to do it. Go to Facebook. Go to Facebook. Search for Daddy Freeze. DADDYFREEZE. Scroll down to today's video. You see my video with B Lord, the one right above it, me wearing this green shirt. Click on it. Right above it, me wearing this green. Bottom left hand corner. Click on today's video. Bottom left hand corner. That is how you can buy my stars on Facebook. If you're watching on TikTok, big shout out to follow my top gifters on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, follow my top gifters on TikTok. Please, big shout out to you. I'm looking for five sports cars today on TikTok. So make that happen. Let me continue my conversation. Okay, and I don't have badges on IG, sadly. They've not approved them for Nigeria, so I don't have them. So if you want to give anything, just go to TikTok. So someone says oil workers make more than 7 million a year. Oil workers make more than 7 million a month. What is 7 million a year? 7 million a year money. 7 million a year is not money. You can't live in this estate if you make 7 million a year, because rent is 7 million. You know, go on light, you know, go chop. So you go don't rent the house, finish, they sleep for the floor. You know, go chop. You monthly service is 45k. So in a year you pay another 500,000 just for service charge. Then in this house, we use about 250k worth of power every month. So just do another 3 million a year for electricity. So if you don't have 10 million a year, you can't live. It's not Jakadiko. You can't live here unless somebody else is lying to you. So just to live in an estate like this, if you don't own the house, you need 10 million a year. Basic. You've not furnished So 7 million a year you can't live in Lekki with 7 million a year unless you are staying inside one bedroom self-contained. 7 million a year, I think, is furnished. I think, yeah, you are right. 7 million a year is 7 million a year is furnished. 6 million a year is unfurnished. So I'm just trying to give you perspective, you know. Someone said our service charge is cheap. It's actually quite cheap for what we get. We have a very beautiful swimming pool, very beautiful swimming pool. Um, you know why I'm telling you? Because I actually just got a house for somebody in this estate, and they billed me 6 million unfurnished because I'm taking over somebody's rent. Like, for instance, somebody wants to give me his house so I can continue. I'm using last year's rent. I'm sure this year, even unfurnished, you will not get less. You will not get less than 7 million. So anyway, let me continue what I was saying because this is very important. Many of you, oh, somebody bought me stars. Big shout out to Rita in Yata. First person to buy me 1,000 stars today will get a very special shout out. I'm going to do it like that. Remember, someone says we have 15 million a year in my Tamado. Absolutely. Someone says I make 16 million a year here in Germany. Sublet. Now on to sublet. Now I take see 6 point something million. Someone says my estate is 22 million monthly. Shut up. You're lying. Even in Ikoyi is about 15 million a year, 18 million a year. 7 million is about $10,000. Yes. That's how much you pay in rent. In the US is different now. US is expensive. You were expected to pay 3 million, sorry, $3,000, $4,000 a month. How much is a 3 bedroom house? Maybe 70 million. 3 bedroom flat or duplex is 120, 150 and above. Someone says never spend all your income on your kids, especially when you are a salary earner. Absolutely. Someone says, why not build house in the estate? When you see when you are buying houses in estates, the houses all look alike. You just pick the one you want. They are different sizes. So, guys, can you let me go back to the topic? So let me go back to the topic. Let's leave this. This is not important. I've tried to address as much as possible because some people don't get it. Mills is my number 2 gifter. Special shout out to Mills. And my number 1 gifter today is I am Sam Gali. Sam Gali. Everybody watching on TikTok, please follow I am Sam Gali. Sam Gali. That's my top gifter. Show them some love. So, let me continue with the conversation. Many women believe that if you divorce them, you are still obliged to spend the amount of money you were spending before on them. I want to do a quick shout out to there's a gentleman in my comment section. His name is the CEA Chuma. He is offering an opportunity to get you out of the 9 to 5 grind. He left the lucrative oil and gas world and went into real estate. He has absolutely no regrets. So join him from the 15th through the 22nd of May from 7 p.m. CST. Remember, knowledge is power. His handle is at the .cea, THE.cea. He is in my live here. Chuma, say something. Let me pin your account for a few minutes so people can see. Just say something. So, guys, Chuma is teaching people how to explore the real estate opportunity. Okay? So do check it out. It's on Instagram at THE.CEA. Big shout out to someone who just got me stars on Facebook, Moesha Gold. I enjoy most of your topics. Good job. Thank you so much, Moesha, and God bless you. Thank you, Moesha, on Facebook. If you want to get me gifts, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze. Scroll down to today's topic. On the topic, bottom left hand corner, you will see how to buy stars. Anyway, let me continue with what I was saying. So, marrying, the challenges of marrying, I think I should just do a whole topic on the challenges of marrying a single woman or a divorcee. We should actually have a whole show dedicated to that. And let me finish here. The main problems people encounter in marriages to divorcees or single mothers is when the children from a previous marriage will tell you that you are not my father or you cannot control me. They bring problem. Or they don't accept you. They bring problem. So you spend your whole life dragging your wife with her kids, and it can be tiring, or dragging your husband with his kids. Then the man or the woman now has to choose. Am I choosing my husband or am I choosing my children? So you as a man will never truly own the divorced woman, and you as a woman will never truly own the divorced man, because the children will be dragging you with them, and it is exhausting. It is exhausting. And children these days, those days, my papa na my papa, anybody wey married na my mama, straight. You dare not talk against your father. Somebody says, I'm facing that now. You understand? I'm lucky. I don't have a problem with, or should I say, it is much easier for me because in my own situation, I have a good and healthy relationship with the children to the best of my ability. It's never going to be 100%, but you just try. And if you're lucky enough, you're with children who are trying back, una go just jail. But that also depends on the way you raise those children. If you raised children where no they listen to you, you will deal with it in front. You will deal with it in front. And in as much as my children are important to me, my spouse is also very important. My children are not more important than my spouse. I'll say that again for anybody who needs to listen. My children are not more important than my spouse. So my children cannot disrespect my spouse. I'm not, maybe because I grew up in the hood, I'm not one of those men that will have children and the children will talk to my wife anyhow. They don't born your mama. They no born you. They no born your mama. You know, say I know well now. You know, I go give them to you. But some men don't know how to do it. They cannot balance between their wives and their children. I'm now talking to single fathers now. If you are a single father and you have kids, and your kids cannot respect your wife, you raised very useless children and you are useless yourself. Say you raise children. If my children, my son or my daughter disrespects my new wife, they are never entering my house again. Now for me, I ain't go to take talk. That when you go no say I know well. I know normal. Say you disrespect my wife. I can my father has 2 wives. I can never disrespect my father's wife. Instead, I will disrespect my father. Say me and my papa they fight, it better than say make I go dey rude to my papa wife. You see, if I disrespect my papa, now my papa go beg him. If I disrespect my papa wife, I have disrespected him in an indirect way, in a way that has no remedy. Someone says, what if your new wife disrespects them? My wife cannot disrespect my children. And if there are any quarrels, I will take my wife's side. Just know. I will take my wife. I will not take your side. Unless I married a witch. Unless I married a witch. And I know I did not marry a witch. Children disrespect wives because they believe they want to come and continue fighting their mother's battle in their father's house. Their mother will call the children aside and tell them, that woman is a witch, that woman is a witch. You will dare not try it in my house. You will what? Baba, I thank God, say I know poor. And I pray that you will not be poor. But the way I will barge at you, you will be afraid. How dare you disrespect my wife? How dare you say you be my pikin? Not try. And if my wife has kids and they come to my house, they better respect me or I will drag them. I will drag them either ways. My wife has to respect my children, and my children has to respect my wife, and my children has to know that my wife comes first. My wife comes first. My father has a second wife. I cannot disrespect her. Instead, I will disrespect my father himself and then beg him in the future. Now him. Now my papa. The moment you disrespect a man's mother or wife, you have offended him for life. 2 things you cannot do: disrespect a man's mother or disrespect a man's wife. You can never get away with it. So like Chichi Obama is saying, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. You have to set boundaries. I set boundaries around me over little things. You can't just enter. I do with my baby boy, baby Freeze. He just enters the room, he picks things. Did I put that thing on your head? Why did you pick it? The story is totally different if there's more wives. If my father had 7 wives, I have to respect the 7 of them. They are the equivalent of my mother. You have to. And if my mother has 7 husbands, I have to respect the 7 of them. That is, if my mother married one and divorced, my father can marry 7 wives at the same time. My mother can marry 7 husbands, divorcing each of them, and then ending up with one person will be my mama husband. I can't see him outside. I can't be rude to him unless he beat my mama. Or he insult my mama for my face. But say you no insult my mama, you no beat my mama, but my man I'm the drag one thing. Me with am come join my mama. No. Yoruba people say something. They say, Torogun ìyá ẹ̀yin, Torogun èèyàn, bajegbe ìyá ẹni, mama là ń pè. If your husband's first wife is your mother's age, give her the respect accorded to a mother. I'm talking all over the place, but I'm going to end now. I've gotten quite a few gifts today. People are really enjoying the topic. Can Slick Omo Omoibo. Ken Slick Omoibo, thank you so much. Then Bobby God's Wealth. Bobby God's Wealth. Thank you so much. Bobby God's Wealth sent me my highest star buyer today, sent me 1,200 stars. Thank you so much, Bobby. God bless you. You are simply amazing. You are wonderful. I truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, if you're enjoying the topic, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Click on today's video. You will see today's video. Click on the video. On the video, bottom left-hand corner, go and buy my stars and I'll give you a shout out. If you're watching on TikTok, my number one gifter is going to get a very special shout out. I am Sam Gali. Big shout out to you. That's my number one gifter. If you're my number one gifter on TikTok, I'll give you a special shout out. So let me continue. The bride, thanks a lot. So let me continue and round off so I can touch on today's topic. When you are in a marriage that is not working, you have to learn to make it comfortable for the children if you are going your separate ways. You have to learn to make the end of the marriage comfortable for your children if you are going your separate ways. You have to consider the children. Now, if I'm living with a woman, there are many things I would do for her as my wife. If my wife wants to buy hair, for instance, look at what Tastebud said when she gave me my birthday shout. I said I'm her personal ATM. I cannot see her need anything and not get it for her. She said it there. Let me read it to you. If you go to Tastebud's page, you'll see what she put up for me on my birthday. Let me read it to you. She said, I think this is it. She said, no one loves me like you do. I pray to Yahweh to give me with a life partner that will literally not be able to eat or sleep without me. And it goes on to say, thank you for loving me the way you do. Thank you for making me your official handbag. She now says, continue to be the man of God that you are. Happy birthday, Obim, Dim Omar, Ikem, Azim, my personal ATM. You will see it there. I cannot be in a relationship with a woman and she needs something and I know I have and I will not give. But you see, same thing with my ex. Financially, I'm not stingy. I'm not stingy, especially to women that I'm in a relationship with. I'm not stingy. Even if I say at the end of the day, I'm going to be giving you 100,000 a month. And personally, I don't give monthly salaries. I believe you're working. If a woman is working, she's not entitled to a monthly salary. Does not mean I will not support her. Anything she wants to do, I have to support her. But I don't give monthly salary. And I believe that my wife also should have a chunk of running the house. Like Taste Buds, for instance, takes care of food, clothes of the children, most of those things. She does a lot. However, there are things that she needs as a woman. I make sure I give them to her. God forbid, should we break up, I'm not going to continue like that because I have to take care of my new wife. So I'm going to become somebody else's ATM. Of course, I don't pray for that and I don't work towards that. I try to make sure she's happy and satisfied. So you need to understand that if there is an end in the relationship, there also has to be a restructuring of the finances. Very important for the sanity of the couple. And this is where single mothers and divorcees get it wrong. You want me to give you, unless you are in your new husband's house and I'm still sleeping with you. Say you are now my side chick, my former wife turned side chick. Now I be say I go to give you some kind of extra things. But I will not leave the woman that I'm sleeping with in my house and now come and be giving you things that I'm supposed to give her because you're my ex. Now, let me tell you something here. If you are an amazing ex, there are things that we can always reconsider. If you are an amazing ex, you are an amazing ex, you don't fight with my wife, my current wife, you don't set the children up against me, you do your best as an ex. Who says I cannot buy you a car? Now money I no get. I know the story of a man whose ex-wife's mother died. Ex-wife knew. And it happened at the time when his ex was going through a financial problem. Him and his new wife literally took over the finances of the funeral because he was rich and he married a rich woman. They went there with cows, caterers, everything. So the wife now went to the house to thank the two of them for the support they gave her during. They said that they helped her put her mother to rest. So when you are be a good wife. And if you end up being a divorcee, be a good divorcee. Don't be a fool. I'm never going to advise anybody to be a fool, but end up being a good divorcee. Sometimes it is not money. I know a woman who divorced a civil servant and went to marry somebody else, and then that person now left her, and then the divorcee, that's the husband, too went to marry somebody else. The woman was arrested by police. She did not have anybody to call. She called her ex-husband, and the ex-husband, knowing that she's the mother of his child, went to bail her from police. He went there to the police station, paid the bail because he was a civil servant. He could stand shorty for her. He stood shorty for her. When you end a marriage, you don't need to end the relationship between those two people. It's the marriage contract that is over. You are no longer sleeping together. Does not mean you cannot call me to come and bail you from police. Does not mean you cannot borrow money from me or you cannot borrow me money. Amen. But when you bring bitterness into the relationship, someone Ada says, I can't call my ex, so he's a weary. That's the problem. It's not the fact that you have an ex. It's the problem that is the fact that you have a weary ex. I don't know if I'm communicating with you guys. So your relationship doesn't end. Your marriage is what ended. There is still a relationship. The mother of my children, the father of my children is a relationship. That doesn't need to end. What needs to be put to a full stop is us being married. We don't have to be bitter. And as a man, you have to understand that this woman that left you is going to need a partner in her life. Stop trying to choose husband for your ex. Stop trying to choose husband for your ex. Stop trying to choose wives for your ex. If things worked out, you'd have been their wife or their husband. As you know, be their wife or husband, it end. Respect them. You have to rework your finances. A wicked woman will leave the house and tell the husband to come and pay her rent. As you don't leave the house, you don't get where you want pay rent from before. I find that really cheeky and mischievous. Someone says, my ex, I wish I could bring you. Omas, I wish I could bring you. My ex wants me in handcuffs, buried alive. Not many ex hobbies are the same. Oh. Baba, I don't see from ex. But God, they always strong past them. Ex way wicked. God, they always strong past them. So that's the advice I have here. I wanted this lady to join and share her story. Oh, somebody got me a swan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oladele Odumosu. That's my number one gifter. Oladele Odumosu sent me a swan. Thank you so much, Oladele Odumosu. So let's move to the new topic. Omar, I was hoping I could call you. Omar-san, I just sent you. Oh, she's unable to join. Omar-san, you need to have the latest IG, the latest Instagram. Okay, so my question that started the conversation initially was, how come Nigerian actresses are buying mansions, but Nigerian actors are not? It was a comment somebody put while I was interviewing B Lord, when B Lord was talking about mansions or houses or properties in Lagos and Abuja. I just saw that comment fleetingly. I don't even remember whether it was Facebook or Instagram. I wanted to pin it, but at the end of the day, I lost the topic. And I said I was going to talk about it. Of course. Hey, Bella Iyoha. Cindy, thanks for the gift. Bella Iyoha, let's see your beautiful face. Let's see your beautiful face.
Let me tie my hair. I'm in bed.
Yeah, tie your hair.
My hair.
Tie your hair.
I can't wear my wig now. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. So tell us your ex story.
Oh, no, mine wasn't so bad. When we separated, and it was going to be stupid. And I said, look, I sat him down and said, I'm prepared to be civil. And you need to understand we have a child together. And if you don't do this, it's not going to be good for the child. And I don't want my child growing up, by myself. So I had to, and he saw my points. And at a point, at the freeze, to be honest, he was like, oh, he was getting a full custody. When I threatened him, the Nigerian in me came out. And I was like, don't even try it. Anyway, so we got through that, and we're sharing it. So, and if you look at my child today, everyone says it. He went to primary, at school. The moms are like, no, I'm from Edo State, from Benin. Someone's asking. So the moms, they say it. Oh my God, it doesn't even look like you're bringing him up alone. And I said, yeah, but he goes to his dad every other weekend. He goes, now he's grown up. He goes on the train by himself. His dad don't even have to drive down to pick him up again. So that was because I built it that way. So I made it that way because I just feel like there is no point fighting back and forth. No, there is no point. And when I see a lot of women are coming on Instagram trying to like, oh, you're not going to see my child because you're not paying, you're not doing this. You're depriving the man to see the children or the child or children. Yeah, we're co-parenting. And then you still want him to be paying. What's he paying for? A child that is not. It doesn't know what is it paying for. Let's be honest. We women, it doesn't. What will he be paying for a child that he doesn't see? If he sees the child every other weekend, the child is in his, we honestly everything. Do you know my ex right now is on my emergency contact? All my university papers is there. Every work now, if I'm applying anything I'm doing, emergency contact because I know he's one reliable person that's there. I'm not gonna put one friend or one person who they will start calling in an emergency. They're not there. At the back of my passport, emergency contact is him. Everything is I just put it there because we're friends. We don't even have any problem. Christmas, we spend it together if I want to. But the last few Christmas, I just like, no. I don't know if he's seen another woman. We don't talk. Every time my son, even if you ask my son, he was like, I don't know. So I think he says the same thing on the other side. So I'm very happy the way mine has turned out to be. And I always advise other women out there. It's not something you want to, you wanted for yourself, but however you found yourself in that place, you just have to walk around it. I don't love my ex. No. Oh my goodness.
Now, you said you spend Christmases together. I just wanted to ask you a question. You spent Christmases together. Did you sleep together during those Christmases? Don't lie.
Oh no. It doesn't live far. So I drove down on the Christmas morning. So it was like talking he put the turkey in the oven and everything. So because it was nice that my son had to open his presents, to get that. So rather than this house and that house, so I just did that, but not anymore. So like the past two.
But the time you did it, you guys were no longer having intercourse.
No, we finished because what happened was we did the Christmas dinner and everything. Even there were other family members there as well. So I finished and I got in the car. I left my son there, got in the car, drove off because he would have picked him up a Boxing Day anyway. But ends because I went there. So I just left my son there and drove back home to go party with my other friends, whoever's. You know how it is here. We are all bored in the UK. So we all like when whoever is having a party, and like, yeah. So no, we don't. Ever since we separated, nothing intimacy, nothing like that. So there is a line. We drew that line there. And I just see him as somebody like, okay. And to be honest, we're just friends. Even if I have a problem with my car, I will call him and say, look, one time I was trying to get insurance. They were just up and down. And I called him. I said, I'm doing this whole thing by myself now. I haven't been here before. So how do I do insurance? How is this people are doing? It's like, okay, no, this is how you do it. And that's it. There is no point in fighting that if it's honestly to God. When I see women, they like fighting their ex, this, that.
Now, let me ask you a question. What if you had another relationship? Do you think your ex would treat you the way he's treating you now?
I don't. No.
Don't you think you now be jealous that there's his son is with another man and all those kind of things?
Yes, I think he might at the beginning, but he will have to understand that his time has passed. So I have to move on. So I think he will understand. And at a point, he did even say to me, bring him, I will take care of him. You go start your life again and all those things. And me, I don't want to be, it's hard for like my son going to live. I don't know, but I was like, I wasn't ready for it. But it's a very good question. But I think he will have to understand that because if he doesn't, then I have to tell him, you can't do that. This is my new life now, my new man now. So I need to make him comfortable. He needs to, because men, being a single mom and you enter into a relationship that is you enter into a new relationship, you have to also understand that the new man is going to feel threatened by the old person who was there before. So they're going to be shaking. They're going to be like, oh, honestly, that if this has happened, this is not even something like. I remember a friend who was introducing me to a guy. And then she came back and told me, "Oh, do you know what he said? He said, you need to ask her very well. She's not going back to the ex. I don't want to put all my eggs in one, but what if she goes back?" So you can see the threat is there. So now, as a woman, you don't have to. You have to like draw boundaries. You have to draw the line and say, okay, no. So this new be comfortable, because if he's not comfortable, before you know, he's running away. He's like, I don't know. So you have to. For me, I would tell my ex that, look, don't even come into this one. So you want to see your son, is always open. You can see your son and everything, but don't no. I have to draw the line. I will definitely do that because I need to protect my new relationship. So that my new relationship will wake up one day and run away.
Anyway, my darling, thank you so much. Very insightful talking to you. You are not a toxic person at all. You're full of life and good thoughts. Don't worry, you can stay. I just wanted to bring John in.
Okay.
So just stay and we are bringing in John, and then we're ending it in about 10 minutes. So I wanted to hear John's side of the story.
Why we ended the marriage, it just wasn't working out, and then you got to know that if it's not working out, don't stay in it. Believe me, it will just become worse.
Okay, you guys were married, not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, yes, we were. So it wasn't working out, and
how long did it take you to get the divorce? How long did it take you to get the divorce?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
Because it was something we both wanted.
I've sent John a request too. I've sent John a request. Because John, I wanted to ask John a few questions, and also concerning this topic, John was also saying he wanted to say things. Okay, so John is here. John, Daddy Freeze was laughing with taste buds when I did hear the talk. So John, I've sent you a request. Someone said bring John and Sugar Destiny. Chimeka, I bring them, make them fight. Sugar Destiny, do you want to fight? Because if I bring them, they always fight. Now only Ada and John feel manage. Even Biola said, you never come my live before. Let me invite you, Biola. Let me invite you, Biola. John, waiting happen. Your network, you know if you join. I've sent you a request though. It's not accepting you. So I wanted to ask you, why do you think Nollywood women have cars? John is unable to join. John, I think there's something wrong. Log in and out of your Instagram. Log in and out of your Instagram. So I wanted to ask you a question while we're at it. Right? Yeah. Why do female celebs have nice houses and 50 to 100 million naira cars, while the males don't have those kind of things? Oh wow, somebody just bought me stars on Facebook. Olamide Agunbiade just got me 1,000 stars. Olamide Agunbiade, God bless you. Thank you so much. To buy me stars, just go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Daddy Freeze on Facebook. Scroll down to today's video. On the video, Official Rejoice, I can see that you're brain dead. Your brain don't buy since. It says, talk well before Destiny go attack you. Who Destiny go attack? Who? Really? Make I remove you from this live. for being so stupid. Go tell your papa say, na foolish man him born. Him and that house girl way in knack. Na olodo him born. Jarapture. That is stupid. Who confess stupid. Ni mo dem call any stupid.
So that if it's this actress matter, you know, everybody's saying the same thing, that why actress is buying cars or houses and all that, and the male are not doing the same.
What's your own take? Your own honest to God take?
Well, some will come and say they have other businesses they're doing. Oga John is here. Hi, John.
So over to you, John. I just want you to explain. I'm going to keep quiet. I saw you trending on this guy's page, and
whose page? Whose page?
What was that gentleman's name? He was here, Chidi. I forgot.
The pimp. You mean the pimp?
No, no need. You see, John, you don't come now. When they try settle matter, you don't start with insult.
I go they call him pimp. Anytime where I say him, he should say I'm bullying him. Then I'll go to court and tell them why he's a pimp. He organized a party in Nigeria where he said that the girls coming there will sit down and any man will pay 100,000 naira to see them, talk to them, and take them home. Is that not the job of a pimp? You should go. You should.
John, you don't start. Okay, Mo, leave that matter. Mo, leave that matter.
The maddest of them.
Mo, leave that matter.
He just fucked with the maddest of them.
John, calm down. Leave that matter. Leave that matter. And I don't want.
That's what I'll be addressing him as.
Okay, so I will not ask you questions about him in short.
Okay.
So let's talk about. First of all, what did you really say about these single women? That single mothers that made everybody so angry. And secondly, what is your take concerning actresses that own cars while actors don't, and houses, the kind of houses you see our actresses own, our actors who are of the same caliber don't own them?
Okay, let me start with the first.
Start with addressing your own issue.
Okay, let me start with the first one. I said I wasn't going to marry a single.
Okay.
In fact, not just me. My son will never even marry a single mother. You understand? I don't know why the Association of Single Mothers of Instagram are angry. Were they planning to come and marry me? It's my preference. Were they hoping to come and marry me? It's like they were disappointed. They were on the queue. And they just got disappointed. I don't understand. It's my preference. The same way women come out and say, I will not marry a broke man. Some girl in Canada came and was asking me, why won't you marry a single mother? I said, Madam, will you marry a shoe shiner? He said, God forbid. I said, So how do you think those shoe shiners will feel? How do you think those broke men feel when you say you can't marry a broke man? The same way you guys are feeling, it's the same way you guys are feeling now. It's the same way they feel.
I think it was the way I think is your own opinion, right, John?
It's my opinion.
I think it's the way you delivered it.
Madam, can you eat snake? Can you eat snake?
No, see, now, okay, let me say I come to your house. Now, you put snake on the table, cooked one, obviously. And you say, Harriet, this is what... And I say, what is this? You say, it's a snake. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I can't eat this. There's a way I think it was the way you delivered it that got them upset.
Madam, no. Madam,
make we not even go there.
Madam, the way I deliver things is my business. The way you choose to read it is your business. That's how life works. If I want to say, and the problem, the most annoying part is the person will come carry on for head. Now, man, when they go club, see woman, we don't know, touch her for breast.
Hey, let's use our carefully. You cannot use that B word. I beg you, John.
Sorry.
I'm going through a lot already.
I think the two of you have a personal thing before.
That's why I said no mention that guy. No mention that guy.
we had a personal thing because I corrected him. I told him to go and read about car insurance before he comes and start having a conversation with me about car insurance. I hate arguing with people. I hate having conversations with people that are not abreast with reality. People that didn't go to school. People that don't read. I told him point blank, and he's like, dude, you can't be coming to have an argument with me when you don't even understand the basics of insurance. You don't even know what insurance is. Please go and read. Have an understanding about insurance, then we can have a conversation. He took offense because he always wants to be right.
I see.
A college dropout always wants to be right. I don't understand.
Okay.
So that is the product.
John,
so
John,
about the
can we start from the beginning? Oh yeah, John, are you ready? Without mentioning this guy's name, I beg you, because I don't want fight. So I want you to answer the question afresh. Focus on the question. The question is, why are the Association of Single Mothers of Instagram after you?
Because I said I will never marry a single mother. In fact, even if I'm dating one and she carry her pikin come my house, that pikin go wait outside. That pikin go wait outside. Because I will stand it when my 7-year-old son breaks my television because he's playing. But when another man's 7-year-old son come and breaks my television, I don't go stand that. Because in Papa Day Club somewhere they drink NSC 250. Your own picking they break my TV for house. No. I won't. There are so many reasons why I cannot deal with a married woman. With a single mother, sorry. One, Daddy Freeze. If I bring a single mother into my home and marry her, I have to create some kind of emotions for that child, right?
Yeah.
Because the more I stay with that child, my emotions grow, right?
Yes. And
if somewhere along the line, me and his or her mother fall out, and we get divorced, you know, I lost on 2 count charges. I lost 2 people. I lost the child and I lost the mother, because I will never have claims to that child because I'm not his biological father.
Not necessarily.
I can't have claims to that child. I can't.
Why
That's
not?
Madam, sorry. Let me use it as a case study. No disrespect. I mean no disrespect. But just a case study. You have a child. Let's say you have a child. You now go and marry another man with your child. And you now end up divorcing that man that you married. So he will come and say, I want to see my son. Where's the son?
It does not have to say he wants to see his son. Yeah, but
he wants to see.
He will see if he feel like he wants to still be in the child's life. That's fine. Like
madam, no. Madam, let's not do that. Let's just drop that.
John, I think you're coming from
madam, let's not do that.
relationship.
Madam, let's not do that.
Can I say something, right? You're a very intelligent guy. Right? I have been listening to you on this live. You're a very intelligent guy. However, the way you're delivering your message, it comes across being very hostile. And I don't know if that's because where you're coming from. So I don't know what happened between people say that you have a child, right?
Madam, I have a lovely 7-year-old hair, not just a child, a hair to my throne.
Okay. What about the mother?
That is her business.
So why did you leave her? I don't know how, did she leave you? Did you leave her?
That is our business. Do you get? What I'm saying in essence is that there are so many reasons why I will not deal with another man's child. For example, I now bring another child into my home. Let's say I have 2 properties I want to will. I will one to my son and one to another man's child. My son will get 1 out of 2. And that man's child, maybe the man now grows up and realizes his mistakes, and now we use another one to that man's child. That means another person's child will have 2, and my own son will have 1 out of 2. Why do they do like this now?
Let me come in, John. Personally,
anybody that don't like it should go to court.
Personally, I don't believe in willing things to children. I believe it just makes lazy children. One of the reasons why I'm hardworking today is because I don't have any property that my father left that I can come and fall back on. But that's just me. So any child that
You're
grows up in
absolutely
my
right.
house, whether
You're absolutely right.
biological or not, any child that grows up in my house, whether it's biological or not, as long as you grew up in my house, you made my bed, you swept my floor, you are entitled to inheriting part of my property. And if that child goes a step ahead and wants to run my business, whether they are biological or not, you will have my
No,
blessings.
God forbid. Daddy Freeze.
Whether you are
And then
biological or not. Of course, all my children, biological, adopted, and what may, will sit on the board of whatever I have left. They will get a
Daddy
share
Freeze.
at the end
Daddy
of the
Freeze.
day.
I'll be rolling in my grave if I see another man picking the chop my money while I work for. God no go clear. Me, no, God no go
But
clear.
your wife will marry another person, and that
It's her business. I said I'll be rolling in my grave if I see another man picking the chop my money. In fact, let me tell you, because of this, what I did is everything, every house I own, every money I have is in a trust fund. And that trust fund only gives permission for my son, the heir to that trust fund, to loan money from it and do business. He does not inherit it. Why? Because I don't want him to inherit it and start giving to. He's my stepbrother. No. When he works for it, he'll realize that the people work hard for money, and he won't listen to any stepbrother or stepsister. No stepbrother. No, in fact, even if my son turns 17 and his mom have other kids, his stepbrother dare not walk into my house. I don't understand. It's my preference. It's my preference. That's what I want.
I don't know what to say again in this matter. This is your matter. We have tried to calm you down. It's coming.
No, it's not about coming down. It's who I am.
No, the thing is that we should respect his preference and what he.
I don't know why
he wants.
Some dudes are carrying it on their head. I'm married. A single mother. So the plan marry me. Okay, sorry, I can't marry you people. Come on, go find who go marry on her. Why is that the problem?
All right, I brought in a lady. What do you have to say before we talk about Nollywood actresses? So, my darling sister that just joined, what is your take?
I really don't know because I'm not in the entertainment industry. I don't know how.
No, but let's talk about the
women,
single mothers that John just talked about.
Is it the single mothers or the Hollywood actress you're talking about now?
The single mothers first that John is talking about. What do you agree with John? What is your take on what John said?
I agree. I agree with him because at the end of the day, it is his life. Is his what he wants in his space, his preference. You understand? So everyone needs to respect that. Me, I'm a single mother myself. I was never married. Had the baby out of wedlock. Do you understand? So I'm not really. It's not really something I really care for or bother. Just my whole mind and my whole soul is like, let me take care of this baby and make sure she gets what she wants because she didn't plan to come to the world. Do you understand? So I have to make sure I go that extra mile to make it happen for her.
And that's very lovely.
Yeah. So we have to just respect him at the end of the day. So, that's what he wants.
So let us go back to the topic then. I want to ask John a question as we're closing. Very big shout out to my number one gifter. I am Flappies, who says on TikTok, single broke women want rich men. So why can't a single father want a single girl? Well, he just shared his thoughts, and he's my top gifter on TikTok for today. Special shout out to you guys. Follow my top gifter if you're watching on TikTok. So, John, final question to you. How come Nollywood actresses buy very expensive cars and houses, in your opinion, while the men don't?
Daddy Freeze, why do we always like asking questions when we know the answer?
John.
This life, Daddy Freeze, let me tell you something. Me, I believe that the only thing that will make me see God is if I stand in the line of the truth. We know what the truth. Daddy Freeze, we know Mr. Ibu. Mr. Ibu lives in a rented apartment. We know people that acted in thousands and thousands of Nigerian movies just because they are men. They are struggling to survive. I have a cousin who acts, who directs, who produces movies. He drives Toyota Camry 2006. I've been away. And when you see these women buy all these things, yes, some of them might have waist trainer company, this one company. Oh God, bros, me and you know say money no they come out from that waist trainer we did to sell. How many did they sell in a year? Most of these things we talk now. It's just like seeing Yahoo boys buy houses, and you see the Yahoo boy will come and open one small supermarket in front of the house and tell you it's the supermarket that bought the house. It's a camouflage. It's not just the women. There are also Yahoo boys who use, I'm a Bitcoin trader. We know what they do for a living. Let's stop acting like we don't know what they do. We know. These people come and showcase themselves on TV. The reason why they want to be on TV is so that those that do point and kill will see them. Let's stop these things. We know how it comes.
No, but some of them get like endorsement deals. Some of them are like Yul Edochie is working with Star.
Madam, just for example, some of them get endorsement deals. I say that the endorsement deal get them. Do you know how much a house in Lekki is?
Yeah.
Which real estate company will pay you 120 million naira for endorsement? What do you endorse?
Of them are content creators now and using social media, they still getting money paid for. No, we're not saying that is where their only source of income is, but that again, they still get.
Madam, is that the free is not a content creator? How many don't buy in something years in life? Oh, it is a Facebook, Instagram, no, they pay the freeze. How many him don't buy?
Hey, they get big God now.
Now you're talking. And during the COVID, that big God was not available because they were with their wives.
Yes, but they were still sending. You don't have to see them before they get lucky now. They still get their allowance or whatever it is.
And why do you think OnlyFans went up during COVID? Became a very big company during COVID because now went to virtual entertainment. So I understand, and I really I don't hold anything against them. It's their life, it's their body. They can do whatever they want to do with it. But this is where I have a problem. This is where I have a problem. I have a problem when you are doing something and you come out and tell people that it's something else that is giving you that thing.
Yes.
Because you're going to be deceiving the young girls. Like I know a girl that for the past 4 years pays her transport to movie locations. Pays her transport back. Acts movies and they tell her that they don't pay them that until her face starts showing. That's when they start paying them. So she's actually working for free, but she's working hard because she's looking at those actresses that are buying houses in Lekki. That one day she'll buy a house in Lekki. Just tell her what you're doing so that she'll stop wasting her time acting movies and start doing what you're doing.
No, some no.
But it's not everybody that wants to open Lego.
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that she will know that if she wants to buy this kind of house, there's no point going through the rising through the ranks. You just go and open leg and do what his mates are doing.
Yeah, but opening the leg, John, you need to get something that still these girls is the big gods that make that. How do I say this? So these girls are actresses, and you know there are some big gods. If they don't see you on the screen, they will not look at you. Where they will.
Okay. So you know.
So this is why some of them, I must be an actress. I must be an actress. You will be seen on Instagram. They'll say actress. Who are these actresses? Me, I don't see. Okay, I don't know who these actresses are. But that is the thing. So it's not, some of them don't even want to. It's the big gods that is. So because these big gods, now they know, okay, so this is how they do it. And they've know what is going on. And you see, so they have to not be the do actress. Even if it's one movie, they'll plus that one movie. Even if
you see, there's something John said. There's something John said at the end of the day. He said it's like a Yahoo boy building a mansion and opening a small shop in front of the mansion. And then saying it is the money that they made from the small shop that built the mansion. Or a Yahoo boy coming to say he's a Bitcoin trader. Now, there are people who get endorsements, and there are endorsements that run into hundreds of millions.
Yes.
There are, I have seen. However, no be all these upcoming Asaba Wood babes, no be all of them get endorsement. So we also need to be careful. We also need to be careful. And why the thing no go round? I'll tell you this. The Male Basketball Federation, NBA, in America generates $4 billion in revenue every year. While the female NBA, whatever is the female version, generates $120 million or $150 million. One, they bring in 4 billion. One, they bring in 120 million. Same thing with movies. Men want to watch sexy actresses more than women want to watch sexy actors. Men are the ones that bring the endorsements. Most of the big companies are owned, or a large chunk are owned by men. The WNBA, God bless you. The men will pay 100 million for a curvy actress because someday maybe they hope say something if it transact make them and the babe get something, or they know the selling power, just the way basketball is a man's game. Movies in Nigeria are a woman's game. The women, now when they were arguing that how come the male basketballers get paid higher than the female basketballers, now they show them the figures. They say their own league they bring in 4 billion, your own league they bring in 120 billion, 120 million. Why we go pay you the same? You are not bringing in the same resources. So when the women are controlling more of the resources, there is the tendency for them to be priced higher in the market and for them to make extra money. Where a Mr. Ibu will not make money, for instance, give me a beautiful Nollywood actress would probably make.
Daddy Freeze.
But that does not rule out the.
Daddy Freeze, I want to ask a question.
Yes.
How long does it take to act one movie?
Maybe in abroad 2 years. In Nigeria, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Coco Boy Music. Coco Boy, thank you so much for my birthday gift. Coco Boy, thank you so much for my birthday gift. Thank you so much. And there's somebody else who gave me a birthday gift. I've never acknowledged the person, and I'm going to just do it right now, just very quickly. Very big shout out to Frank Ibude. Frank, please send me I remember responding to you on Instagram briefly, but I did not say thank you to you well enough. Frank sent me 250K. Very, very special thanks to Frank Ezioku. Thank you so much, my dear brother. So, guys, thank you so much. John, thank you. Please, I go try talk to this other guy. I'm not go mention his name, so you know go vex again. Make we try quash this beef.
Your birthday just passed, I beg.
Yes.
Give me your account number.
Hey, John, one show himself. 100-131-7326.
Wait, please, give me a minute.
Hey, John.
Which bank?
Zenith.
That's a big man bank code of the freeze.
About we dey try, we dey hustle. As we no get big curve and we no get flat belly, we still dey hustle. John won't bust my brain.
100
100 131 7326 100 131 7326
131 7326.
Yes.
Zenith.
Zenith. Oh yeah.
A lot.
A lot. Now we dey wait for. Thank you, John, for remembering us on our birthday.
Zenith. I said, Daddy Freeze. He said that, right?
Yes.
Take.
So thank you, John, thanks for the birthday gift and for every other person who sent. Someone said that if
Daddy
you
Freeze
want
is a good
confirm
man.
waiting
You're a
sent.
good man. I don't give gifts to people. I only give gifts to good people.
Thank
Those
you.
with the vex, they give money for their platform.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
They
you.
should
Thank
start
you.
doing.
Thank you, John.
John.
Thank you very much.
You are appreciated. Thank you so much. Also, big shout out to Pastor Toby, who gave out almost 2 million naira to women on my birthday to upgrade their already existing businesses. And out of the women, we gave away to 6, 5 have collected. Let me make I show you how people take day. The 6th one, I don't they shout since Saturday. Send your account, send your account. All of a sudden, she enter my DM today, say, I have not seen my own. I said, did you send account? Since Saturday, we don't they beg you. Let me give you another story. You know, we sponsored a woman to go and study mechanic at Range Rover Doctor.
Yeah.
300K scholarship. The first woman we picked was already a lady mechanic in Ibadan. We felt that this will help enhance her and take her to the next level. Oh boy, she's living in Ibadan, doesn't have a place to stay in Lagos. We can't notice, say, it can't be like saying, I will the beg am. So I now pick the second person, send the person email. Please, oh, you've been picked, come. The person responded today. I sent the email 2 weeks ago. The person responded today. When I didn't see anybody, I just picked the third available lady, my third choice. I just said, I picked her like 7 days ago. I said, are you available? She said, yes, right now. I said, okay, go and do test. She went there, did test. I called Range Rover Doctor. I said, Range Rover Doctor, how was I? She said, the girl tried for the test. Omo, now so I said, make the girl start the scholarship because we have a 300,000 scholarship running. I now called Range Rover Doctor today. I said, how is this girl doing? He said, she's amazing. I said, now so person they take gain where other people take fail. The next thing, the girl where I send email second, come call me today, say, that if I just wake up, see like 15 missed calls. I say, who I owe money? The girl just come and said, Daddy Freeze, please, I just saw your email. I said, they started 2 weeks ago. Daddy Freeze, please. I said, we've given your spot to somebody else. No, Daddy Freeze, please. Okay, so I should tell the person that I started to stop, or I should sponsor you 300,000 when our budget was 300,000. I should budget 600,000 now because you decided not to read email. So, guys, please help us and help yourselves. Sometimes you are your own problem. You've gotten an offer, but you did not read the email for 2 weeks. Are we going to tell them? At a point, I almost said, you know what, Range Rover Doctor, start this class. We will join you next class. Because I couldn't get the person. Then all of a sudden, the person's now started, then you now want it. Please warn yourselves. Thank you, all of you who made my day very special, sending me gifts. Special shout out to Toby Adegboyega, that's Pastor Toby, because not only did he make my day special by giving out the money, he didn't give it to me, he gave it to those who really needed it.
Yeah.
One woman sent me the list of things that she bought. Another woman showed me the picture of the sewing machine. They're all in my DM. And I'll tell you a story as I end this. Just before my birthday, Taste Buds ordered some snails from some lady. So the lady she ordered 200 pieces of giant snails for her business. So when the lady sent, she now sent an extra 5 pieces. So Taste Buds now reached out to the lady, said, I think you made a mistake. You sent me 205 pieces instead of 200. The lady now said, no, those are for Daddy Freeze.
Oh.
Taste Buds now said, thank you very much. She now told Taste Buds, she said, do you realize that there was a time, this time last year, Pastor Toby Adegboyega was giving away 1 million naira to businesses to help people grow their businesses. And a certain Mercy Ejom got the 1 million naira grant for her catfish business. It was Daddy Freeze that picked her. That Mercy Ejom is my elder sister. At the time Daddy Freeze, through Pastor Toby, gave Mercy Ejom the 1 million naira, I was at home doing nothing and my husband was beating me. Out of her profit, She gave me 250,000 to start the snail business. Today, I am richer than my husband. So I'm sending Daddy Freeze those 5 snails. To me, that was a birthday present on its own. Because not only were we able to touch somebody's life, we're able to touch somebody who touched somebody else's life.
Yeah.
So a woman went from a housewife who was being beaten, who had no money, to someone who is actually richer than her husband. So now the husband, they respect them, because if anything happens and the two of them call police, you know who police go answer. So thank you so much, John. Once again, thank you so much. Oh wow, the money don't come in. John, thank you so much. I appreciate you. John sent me 50K. Woo! Thank you so much, John. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All of you, God bless. Those who wanted to send but couldn't, I appreciate you. Those who sent, I love you guys. Those who sent love, I love you guys. People like Oju babe. Oju cannot say she does not have. So Oju, I'm expecting my birthday gift now. Just be there sneaking and doing like this in my comment section. It is me and you one-on-one when I finish this live. Just know you are not going anywhere. So thank you all so much. Take care and God bless.
Thank you,
John,
Davis. Good
thank you.
night.
And me,
Bye.
I go finish your fight with CMC, because CMC too na good guy. I'm not gonna let you talk because you go vex. So bye bye. Make I close the line. Bye. Thank you everyone on Facebook.